Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast. This time talking about Series 2, Episode 12 of Blake 7. We're nearly at the end of the second season. It's been lovely talking about Blake 7 again, and I must admit I've missed it. I miss it quite a lot, because it's just one of those nice go-to series that you can have on in the background. It's camp enough to be enjoyable, and dark enough to be just a bit great, and challenging enough to be just quite nice. Makes you think, but not enough to make you hurt. It's not The Prisoner, after all. I really must get round to recording something about The Prisoner at some point. I mean, it's only been 700 podcasts. 700 Tin Dog podcasts. Can you believe it? It's ridiculous. So this time we're talking about The Keeper. Now, in The Keeper, written by Allan Prior, Lurgen's brain print, that's the thing containing the information that Blake needs in order to find Star 1, well, that's on an amulet worn by the member of the royal family on the planet of Goth. Of course it is. It's exactly the sort of thing you would do. You just, take your brain print and then put it on a piece of metal for no adequately explored reason. The Liberator is, of course, on its way there. It arrives and it gets a chance to attack Travis's ship. Everyone wants to kill Travis. Grrr, bad Travis, nasty Travis, replacement Travis, Travis with a different face that nobody ever seems to comment on. It's just, there's no consistency when it comes to Travis. One day he's a villain with, an IQ and a massive war record, and another day he's basically just not. But he's there, and he's going to have plots and machinations. Now, there's all sorts of business with people beaming down to the planet and then coming back up again and going back down again, and it's very complicated, but let's keep going with the plot. The ship's attacked by Travis, so that strands Blake on Goth. Now, Goth's got a poisonous atmosphere. Oh, haven't they always? I must admit, it kind of makes sense, because even in the Star Wars universe, there's only one place where they ever use masks to walk around, and that's inside the big massive space slug. Yes, everywhere seems to have a breathable atmosphere. So in Blake 7, at least that bit is just a tiny bit more realistic. I know everyone's been terraformed and things like that, but let's leave it there. Travis, who of course survived Avon's attack, beats them to the brain print. But due to an implant in, let's put it, an unlikely of head, he relays the data saying a certain phrase, and then everyone gets to find out where Star 1 is. They all chase after Travis. Of course, that's just the plot. That's not what this is about. That's not what it's at its core. At its core, it's something not as camp as last time's. I mean, let's face it, that's going to be going if we go that way. But you've got Bruce Purchase, the man who played the pirate captain in the Pirate Planet in Doctor Who. There's going to be shouting. These people behave like they're on their way to a really bad, medieval recreation. Now, I know it's meant to be some sort of pastime thing, and everyone's gone a bit mad, and there's dungeons, and there's all sorts of, nonsense going on. And trust me, it is nonsense. There's a fool who gets replaced by Vila, who's, of course, not as much of a fool as everyone leads on. No one could be that foolish. Vila's actually given some decent stuff to do and some good lines. But it is the ludicrous amount of shouting that kind of puts me off watching this episode as often as I could. And also, you kind of know where it's going. It's like one of those episodes of D&D you'd be playing where you'd go like, I know the monster's coming at the end and I've got to get past this. Or a not-so-end-of-level baddie. You've got to do this adventure in order to get to the end, and the end is Star 1. It's the payoff. It's the big thing. You find out what's coming. So perhaps it suffers from that. Which in many respects is a shame, because it's not a bad story. It's just, there's far too much shouting. It's not really much of a review, is it? It's a bit loud. But Bruce is so good, and the jester's so good, and it's all so sad, and everybody's dying of a nasty chesty cough, which I think is what my dad used to call Russians. Yeah, something like that. It was an old family gag. But the Keeper is basically a placeholder of a story, because we're on our way to Star 1, and that's when the big plant pot spaceships arrive. Oh yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. So until next time, be seeing you. On the 2nd of September 2017, Hooverville 9 will be with us. William Russell, the man who was Ian Chesterton and still is on Big Finish. Carol Ann Ford, Susan, the Doctor's granddaughter. Nicola Bryant, Perry. Toby Haydock, DVD Extras Man and everyone's favourite racist barman. Jessica Martin, Fraser Hines, Jamie. Phil Ford, Michael Pickwood, Philip Hinchcliffe and Matthew Dale are just some of the names who'll be appearing at Hooverville, the biggest little Doctor Who convention ever. Visit hooverville.org to get tickets. See you then. That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.